It was just like a song. My God, this reminds me.
Hey, welcome back to Analog Man Podcast. Please hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe. I'm going to do some more Angelina Jordan. And this song was recommended by somebody who knows a lot more about her than I do. So I'm going to take that person's word for it. But I'm going to do a song where I think she's about 18 years old. So it's more recent. I think she's 19 now, 19 or 20, or going on 20. So this song is an Adele cover, and I do know the Adele song. I don't know it well, but I do remember hearing or seeing a video of her singing this in a church, if it's the same song. It was like a kind of a church setting. And it's a song about past loves and getting older and stuff. So it's got to be interesting because Angelina's so young. Before we start, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's given me an online education in this Angelina Jordan degree, so to speak. I've just started class.
The things you do, from the way you talk to the way you move, and everybody here is watching you, 'cause you feel like home, you're like a dream come true. But if by chance you're alone, can I have a moment before I go? 'Cause I've been by myself all night long, hoping you someone I used to know. You look like a movie, you sound like a song. Oh, my God, this reminds me of where we were. When you in this life, in case it is the last time, there we might be exactly like we were before we realized the sad of getting old made us restless. It was just like a movie, it was just like a song. I was so scared.
So first thing I'm like hearing here too is like Adele. For me, Adele, and not taking anything away from Adele at all, she's just an absolutely phenomenal singer. Also a once in a lifetime talent. Uh, Adele to me has a little bit of a country sound to her voice. I don't know if it's just me, if you guys believe, but Angelina is more of like kind of you can hear the jazzy, like the showroom or the showroom ball. I mean, obviously the setting, but you could be in like the Rockefeller Center, and it would just match kind of that surrounding, that ambiance. So different in the way that they're delivering the song for sure. It's a very different sound. Obviously, the song is the same. And the song is, it's really interesting if you're getting older and you want to hear these lyrics, and we can discuss a little bit after. But yeah, I'm enjoying this so far. Back it up.
It was just like a song. I was so scared to face my fears, 'cause nobody told me that you'd be here. And I swear you moved overseas, and that's what you said when you left me. It's still the like a movie.
good, very good, very good. So yeah, again with like kind of a throwback. When I'm listening to her, oh, if you haven't already, please subscribe before we get into this, or super chat. That would be great too. Or check out my links down below. But besides all that, yeah, I was just thinking, when I'm listening to her sing, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I something comes to my mind, which is Norma Jean. That's what comes to my mind. It's like Marilyn Monroe, but the brunette. If you know what I mean. She's just got the elegance that goes along with the way that she sings and delivers her music. I don't. She's 18 here, so I don't know when all that kind of started, but I think it might have something to do with the type of music she was singing with jazz and that type of showmanship. When women are singing in jazz bands or jazz music. So yeah, I really liked it. The song is very simplistic as far as the musical score, right? That doesn't mean the singing ability is simplistic, but the words are very simple and humbling. And I really like the lyrics to this song. They're talking about emotions that are tied to memories. And sometimes it's better just to kind of leave those things where they're at because, at the time it was just absolutely perfect. And that's the way you want to remember it. And that's really cool. So I can really dig this. This just sparks memories of relationships that I've had. I've had my heart broken and I've broken some hearts, believe it or not. And, sometimes instead of going back and revisiting those things, it's just best to let the memory of what it was at that time be the last memory because you'll never be able to recreate some of these things, especially in your youth. And I think we all have a longing for that. And some of us kind of fear, getting old. Actually, funny enough, strangely enough, my Analog Man Life Essentials is a lot about that. It's about how to navigate all those kind of feelings and emotions so you can live a really good life in your retirement. And part of that is not just dwelling in the past, it's appreciating the past, right? There's a difference between ruminating and appreciating the past. And this song talks to that a bunch. And one of the lyrics about, you sound like a song, it could have lots of meanings just because of emotion, but also, there is that time and era whenever you've met somebody, there's music that's playing, and that song is kind of a reminder of that time and that individual, or a song you've shared with somebody. And whenever you hear a song like that, it doesn't matter how long time has passed, you just kind of go back to it. It's really crazy like that, isn't it? And I'm sure this song will be that for somebody for sure. Now for her, she's only 18, so I don't know how many of those type of experiences that she's had, but she'll have plenty, I'm sure, in the future. And this song will mean even more when that happens. And again, like I said, take nothing away from Adele. We all know that she's just a powerhouse vocalist and a beautiful singer. So I like a lot of Adele's music. I don't listen to it all the time, but I don't really recall a single Adele song that I don't like. So we'll just leave it at that. But this was a recommendation from somebody that knows a lot more than me. Kind of bring me up to speed, kind of show me like what she's doing recently. This is a tribute cover, so I'd like to see some more of her own music. Well, the next time I might just go back a little bit earlier than this and try to find something there that's original. If you guys can give me a recommendation. I don't know when she started making original songs. Could you guys let me know what age? I'm sure it was young because, like, let's say you think, 10 is insane. Somebody in the comments will like, well, she made a song when she was 5. So, yeah, I was just learning. I mean, she's got to be a genius. I mean, there's no way to compile this much of a resume at this age if there's not something at a higher level going on up there. It can't just be influence. And people are saying that she just loves this, and by the looks of it, that's true. And her brain seems to just be wired around this. So it's very different than some of the people you see that are kind of thrown into a music family, and then that's just what happens. And man, I've been around that in all kinds of walks of my life. I've been around that in sports big time, and I don't want to like maybe trash talk too much, but there is this athlete, and she's phenomenal. She is a phenomenal athlete, and she gets a lot of praise, and she's very young, and she can do some things that other girls cannot do. And I know this because my oldest daughter, is a professional athlete as well in the same sport. But I know the family and I know the history from day one. Like I've watched the whole sequence of events, and the parents are just borderline. Someone needs to make a phone call, But who am I to judge? The fruits of that is that individual is at a champion level at a very early age. But I don't think that person is a very happy individual. And I've also seen people who do that for a while, and then they have this like mental break or crack, that just derails them after that. So yeah, I always look for that when I see somebody who is doing things that are beyond the norm, but I don't really see that at all with her. She just is one of those people or those kids or who are just like fully attracted to that specific thing and just hyper focused on it in a genius sense. That you have that too, like some kid that just starts playing chess and then that's all the kid does, just plays chess, and he just becomes the greatest. Oh, by the way, there was a huge victory chess match. I'm not a big chess player, I'm okay, but somebody got taken down recently, and there's a viral video of it going. Maybe I'll just show a photo of what just happened up here, if you guys are chess players. I'm not going to put my score up here. I did learn how to play chess when I was young by an uncle who just noticed I could figure out and problem solve. So he's like, maybe you should play chess. And in my neighborhood, I mean, the older guys were playing chess, but it wasn't really like the thing to do athletically to go play chess. But I did play a little, and over the years, I maintained a little bit of chess, but not good by any means. I just enjoy it. And I taught my daughter how to play chess, just the rules, the basics. And it took her, I say she played chess for a year, and I had been playing chess, at that point for 20 years. Not regularly, but every once in a while when I sit on a plane or, when I'm bored or I have something to do. And, I know the rules enough. But my my daughter, one day we're sitting at this cafe and we're in I don't Savannah, Georgia. So we had gone on a road trip because I used to take my daughter around a lot because of her professional sport. We'd have to enter different competitions. So sometimes it was just me and her, because we couldn't bring the whole family because it cost a lot in a daddy-daughter time. We had just left this graveyard. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. I'll leave a picture of this. It's a very spooky, very cool, serene. If you ever get a chance, just to go there and take photos, it's just absolutely, I don't even haunting. But anyway, we were there, and then we went and had coffee at this old Victorian, and we're sitting in this place, and they have an old chessboard. So I pulled the chessboard out and I put it on the table, and I hadn't played chess with her for a little while because I was busy and she was busy doing her sports. But apparently, the thing that she liked to do, because there's a lot of boys that do the same sport as her as well, and sometimes they're in the same area and they hang out a lot. The boys like to play chess, and she knew how to play, so she was constantly playing these boys at chess. And apparently, she was beating them all, and I didn't know. And so we sit down and we go play chess, and I start playing, and I'm like, she's making some good moves. Maybe it's just a fluke here, So next thing you know, she ran the table on me, and I'm like, when did you learn how to play chess? And she's like, when you taught me, Dad. So that was a really cool moment. The student beats the master. I wouldn't even call myself a master. It was probably not hard to beat me, so maybe her chess level is not so so high, but she still plays it, and it was just a cool moment to see her, achieve something, over her dad, and that was like, yep, go ahead, you can do whatever you want to do, and she's doing really really well right now. So, in fact, I have my number one dad mug over here, but I can't move it because there's a sticker on it because we get earthquakes sometimes, so I have to like keep things from shaking around here. But I don't think anybody can keep Angelina Jordan from her vocal shaking, right? Beautiful, beautiful songs. And yeah, if you guys are interested in more about the coaching, the life coaching, we talk about insurance, we talk about legal services, loans and mortgages, we talk about just everything that comes up during retirement, but mostly the kind of the mindset towards retirement and how to get the most out of life, which is the analog life, keeping things very simple, keeping things very analog, but high quality, very, very, very high quality. So, in other words, if something's so high quality, you might never break it out of the drawer, right? But if it's high quality and you're going to use it every day, and it's the best thing you can use every day because the quality is so high, then that's what we're talking about analog life. So, I give tips on that. I'm also doing my music reactions, and I do a bunch of different artists. Angelina Jordan came to me via an email through the Stand Store, and that person, I really appreciate you. And they've also given me some more music to check out, which I have read. and I read as many of the comments as I can. In fact, I've been able to get to the bottom of the well, and that's a challenge for you guys, to make so many comments that I can't answer them all. If you start seeing where I'm just doing only exclamation points, you're getting close to cracking me. You're getting close to beating the chess master, but you don't beat me until I can't respond. And one of the bands that I covered, The Warning, I gave them that same challenge and they almost took me out. They almost took me out in the last one. It was so bad that like by the time I got to releasing the next song, I was like just doing the comments and I got to the last one. I was like, okay, but it's really getting hard with my fingers. And I'm not going to use the old AI bot. There's people that actually have software extension that just answers all your stuff, but you can tell when you read my comments that it's actually me for sure. And I don't want to pay for that kind of when I don't make enough money. Oh, by the way, speaking of making money, a lot of people think we make a lot of money with this, even when we do monetization and stuff. I make like 0.001 cents sometimes on these videos per like 1,000 views. So it's like do the math. It's not much. It's not even enough to buy me a coffee. That's why I have a buy me cup of coffee link in the description because I don't have enough to buy a coffee. But I don't do it for the money. However, I do spend a lot of time, and people sometimes don't understand just how long it takes to do a reaction video. I do a little bit more monologue and dialogue and talk about different things because I don't want to just only react to the music and next because there's a lot to talk about, and each song sparks a different conversation. The artists themselves is something definitely we love talking about. The song choice and the lyrics and what it means to us and to you, to the audience, all the subscribers, their comments and their input. You have all that going on, and then how that just affects us socially, which country. There's just so much to talk about, and we bring these songs here and we sit down and it's like breaking bread, sitting at the table and having a nice discussion over something we can share. And you guys bring half of that, if not more, to the table every time in the comment section, because most of these artists I don't know at all. I've never even heard of, and these are the first time because I'm doing first time reactions. So I'm relying on you. I don't do Wikipedia. I don't do any of that research that some folks are like, hey, research this. No, then it's not really a true live reaction in a sense. Like I'll just go off of the comment sections and I read them, and that helps me choose and pick which is the next song. So please understand that when you're watching my videos. That's how we do it here. We're analog here. Okay, we're analog. Do you understand that? That means we rely on human beings, that interaction. That's the whole thing. I don't want to lose that. There's so many other ways to do this, and I can do that, but then I'm not sharing and learning from another human being, even though we don't know each other. Some of us, we know each other in the comment section, and I'm going to keep it that way because you're going to have a place that is not replaced by, you know, a bot. I'm not going to be a bot. I'm not saying I don't use some AI. I'm going to have to use it, just to keep my head above water. But when you get down here on the page, it's going to be me. It's going to be human interaction. And same thing with the comment sections. We're going to keep that going. That's how we do it here on the Analog Man podcast. Okay. So if you like that, keep coming back, subscribe, come back for more. And if there are other topics that you want to talk about, we'll drop some of that in there. But for the most part, it's a 99% music reaction globally. But during these reactions, we always discuss a little bit of this, a little bit that. The last video I did, The Warning, man, I learned a bunch of anthropology that I wouldn't have known had the fans not put that inside the comment section. And I have a degree in anthropology. I love anthropology. That's just one of the things I do. I also have a background in STEM, and pretty soon maybe AI because I'm planning on doing a master's in AI as well. So anyway, this was overall, I would say I wish that the audio quality was a little bit better, but it seems like it was like a cell phone live, and this was the link that I had. If there's another one, I'm sorry, but it was a recent, and live is going to be like that. It's not going to be perfect always with the audio, but you could tell, like, if you were on the front stage, you just would have been blown away. And both of these artists sang this song in a beautiful way. But I would say that if you like jazz, if you're more into like the jazz style, more into that performance, then Angelina Jordan's version, you will really like that. If you kind of like maybe a little bit of the country folk, I would say Adele. It's kind of hard to place Adele sometimes, but the way she sang it, when I heard it, it was closer to that. And I like both styles of music, so I'm kind of caught in between here on this one. Tell me what you guys think, what you guys think about the differences. Not so much comparing them against each other, but just comparing the styles of like what style of music that you like. I appreciate everybody coming back to the podcast. And if you can do me a favor before you leave, please hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, hit the like, or make a song request in the Stand Store, or hang out with me live when I premiere, because I'm always live in the premieres. And, we'll do this again real soon. I appreciate everybody. I'm Wolfhound. And I'm recording this after the first version, which I realized that might not be the best audio. And I checked up afterwards, and the same person that gave me that recommendation has a 4K version. And I found that somehow through like Facebook real quick. But I'm actually going to just play that, and I'll do another reaction to this.
Everybody loves things when you talk to the way you move, and everybody is watching you as you feel at home. You're like a dream come true. If by chance you belong, can I have a moment before I go? 'Cause I've been by myself all night long, hoping you someone I used to know. You look like a movie. You sound like a song. Oh, my God, this reminds me of where we were young. Let me go and grab you in this life in case it's the last time that we might be dancing like we were.
So first thing I'm like hearing here too is like Adele. For me, Adele, and not taking anything away from Adele at all, she's just an absolutely phenomenal singer. Also a once in a lifetime talent. Uh, Adele to me has a little bit of a country sound to her voice. I don't know if it's just me, if you guys believe, but Angelina is more of like kind of a, you can hear the jazzy, like the showroom or the showroom ball. I mean, obviously the setting, but you could be in like the Rockefeller Center, and it would just match kind of that surrounding, that ambiance. So different in the way that they're delivering the song for sure. It's a very different sound. Obviously, the song is the same, and the song is, it's really interesting if you're getting older and you want to hear these lyrics, and we can discuss a little bit after. But yeah, I'm enjoying this so far. Back it up.
It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. I was so scared to face my fears, 'cause nobody told me that you'd be here. And I swear you won't oversee soul. My God, this reminds me of where we it was just like a movie. It was just like a song when we were young.
I'm really glad I did that because the first song was really nice, but that version takes it to a whole nother level. And I can imagine that was done post facto. So, being there live was next level, right? And she deserves that quality. You're the man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was thinking, this guy knows his stuff, but the audio quality was a little bit messed up on my first one. But there you have it. This is the remastered version, and it's probably the only version you need to listen to. You don't need to listen to that other version. However, here in the Analog Man podcast, I kind of want to show you the process and how much time it takes, and we make mistakes, and that's okay. I'm glad because I wanted to listen to the song again, so it works out for me, works out for you, and so now you can listen to the two versions and see what is capable when someone puts some time. I don't know who did the remastering, but that was very good of them, as well as the closer view and everything. So it really made it really much better for the audience. But I think obviously she can sing this again, and it was a beautiful song, and it sounded so much better too at that time. And I really just was into it. Same thing I was saying about all the words and everything on the previous, and same kind of stuff. But this really, yeah, this took it to another level, and I appreciate that recommendation. I'm glad I checked on the thing on Facebook. I'll be looking more to you for those recommendations, so I don't go too far off the path here. I appreciate everybody coming back for two songs. If you're a diehard and you're still here, type me. That means you really love her, and you don't care if it's a bad version or good version. You just want to hear her sing. So she makes a bad version good anyway. So I don't necessarily do that. I'll make a good version bad. Kind of did that on the video. So anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm your boy the Wolfhound, and hit that subscribe button.